What happened when the calm guy finally snapped? Everyone at the shipping warehouse knew me as the calm guy. 8 years I worked there, never raised my voice, never complained when someone messed up an order, never called in sick. People used to joke I was unfireable because I just kept my head down and did the work. But that's exactly why what happened next shocked everyone. It all started when Rick became our new supervisor. This guy was everything I wasn't. Loud, cocky, always looking for someone to push around. Most people ignored his attitude, but Rick figured out real quick that I wouldn't fight back, so I became his favorite target. First, it was little comments about my slow pace and my grandpa energy. He'd gather everyone around when I made the smallest mistake and crack jokes about my cheap work boots. I just smiled, nodded, and kept working. I told myself guys like Rick always burn out eventually, but it kept getting worse. Rick started giving me the absolute worst shifts, back-to-back night loads with barely any help. He'd deny my vacation requests, even when I put them in months early. One time a delivery truck was 3 hours late, and I had to stay past my shift. Rick actually docked my pay for unauthorized overtime. The breaking point came during our holiday rush. The warehouse was complete chaos. Everyone was behind schedule, and Rick ordered the whole crew to stay 2 extra hours. I quietly mentioned I couldn't do it. I had promised my daughter I'd pick her up from her choir recital. It was her first solo. Rick got this nasty smirk on his face and said loud enough for the whole warehouse to hear, "What's more important, your kid lip-syncing to Jingle Bells or keeping your job?" Something inside me just snapped. For the first time in 8 years, I stopped moving completely. I put down my scanner, looked Rick dead in the eyes, and this voice came out of me that nobody had ever heard before. Sharp, shaking with pure rage. "You've pushed me every single day for months," I said. "You think calm means weak? You think quiet means you can walk all over me? My kid has 1 recital this year. You can fire me if you want, but I'm done letting you treat me like dirt." The entire warehouse went dead silent. Rick laughed at first until I walked right past him, tore off my name badge, and slammed it on his desk. But I wasn't done. I turned around and told everyone exactly how Rick had been manipulating our timesheets, ignoring safety violations, and taking credit for work other people did. Co-workers started nodding, some even shouting, "Yeah, that's true!" Rick tried to shut me up, but it was too late. See, the thing about being the calm guy is people don't expect you to be paying attention. But I had been, for months. I'd been quietly documenting everything. Screenshots of the scheduling system, photos of safety violations, even recordings of Rick's comments. While he thought I was just some pushover, I was building a case. And I'd already emailed it all to HR that morning. I picked up my daughter that night right as her recital started. She absolutely nailed her solo. Meanwhile, back at the warehouse, HR was reviewing my documentation. Rick was escorted out 2 days later pending a full investigation. When the company offered me my job back under a new supervisor, I calmly said no. Turns out our biggest competitor had been waiting years for me to finally make a move. They offered me Rick's salary plus benefits.